G'day guys, how's it going? It is a cold morning down here in Perth. I'm headed out for a photo shoot this morning, which is exciting. I'm heading down to the Estuary in Mandurah. The exact spot I'm heading to is about 50 minutes away from my place, so I'm going to swing past and get my takeaway coffee on the way, as I always do. Podcast of choice today is Death by Birding by Caesar Pushmarin. G'day Caesar if you're watching this, and sorry if I've butchered your name. Yeah, highly recommend that podcast if you're into birds, or even if you're not into birds. It's also fantastic and a good laugh. So yeah, I'm going to chuck that on, cruise down to the spot, and we'll check in again when I get there. Awesome, thank you so much. Alrighty guys, so we have arrived. It is absolutely freezing. The temperature gauge on the car said it was 2 degrees as I was coming in, and it really feels like it. And I didn't bring any gloves or anything, so my little fingies are feeling like icicles. I'm here about half an hour before sunrise. You can just see there's a bit of glow happening on the horizon. But it is beautiful down here. Not too much wind, which is nice. Tide is in, high tide, which may be good for I guess availability of fish and prey items for water birds, so that'll probably work in my favor, which is nice. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically trawl up and down the coastline here. I think I saw a couple of white-faced herons just further up the beach, so I might start there, but the goal for me today is to shoot some backlight. So basically shooting with the sun behind the bird, allow me to get some maybe nice silhouettes or some nice sort of rim light on feathers. And maybe some bokeh balls as well, which is essentially out of focus points of light. But yeah. Let's head up the beach and we'll see what we can find. So I've just walked up the beach and I just spotted a great egret having a little bit of a fish up along the shoreline here. He's in a bit of a tricky spot. He's kind of underneath some overhanging branches of some trees, so it's not quite the scene I'm after, but I'm going to creep up and lay down and see if I can get some backlit images of him as the sun rises. Fingers crossed. Alrighty, so I've been with this egret for a little while now. Managed to get just a couple of basic silhouettes, but nothing really that nice. I'm not in the right position because I don't want to get too close to him and scare him off, so I'm just keeping my distance and yeah, letting him behave naturally, which is obviously the way to go. I definitely could get closer. That would probably scare him off. So yeah, always the birds before the photo in my books. Alrighty, so I've just come over to a new spot right on the point, and there are quite a few birds here, but mainly there's a little egret fishing, and he's literally coming up like within 2 meters of me, almost too close for my camera to focus. But yeah, the sun hasn't quite peaked up over the hinterland just yet, so yeah, just taking it all in, enjoying it, getting some nice kind of minimal shots of him fishing. But yeah, no light yet, still some relatively nice colours, but yeah, this is the spot to be, definitely. Alrighty, so that was a lot of fun. Got a few pretty nice photos of that little egret hunting. But I quickly turned around as I heard some familiar chirping behind me. And sure enough, there are 2 osprey up in the trees. One is, I know it's hard to see on the GoPro, but just up in the top of that tree. And then one is way back in the shadows over there in a dead tree. There you go, you can hear him now. Oh, I just went in for a nice little sweep there. So yeah, I was anticipating a little hunt. He's done a few little takeoffs to sort of see what's out there in the still waters, but hasn't really striked the water at any point. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting out here, playing the Osprey waiting game, which I love to play. And hopefully we can get some hunting behaviour, which would make some fantastic action shots. So I thought I'd leave that last remaining osprey alone. He's just kind of sitting on a post anyway, not really doing a heck of a lot, so just thought I'd come for a bit of a walk around. Yeah, plenty of gulls around, a couple of egrets. The light is getting a little bit harsh now, as you can probably tell, so egrets such as the couple behind me. It might be a little bit too harsh for their white feathers, so probably not going to bother photographing them anymore. But yeah, I'm just on the hunt now for mainly osprey, whistling kites, any bird of prey really. So yeah, we'll cruise along the banks here. There's usually a lot of perches for them, and yeah, hopefully we can come across something. Alrighty, so yeah, I didn't really find too much else out there along the beach. Thought it might be time to head back to the car, chuck my waders off, put the shoes back on, and maybe go for a bit of a walk through the bush part, where we might be able to find some smaller bush birds such as whistlers, and maybe even find some more of those osprey along the coast there. So yeah, I'm gonna chuck this stuff off and we'll head out. Okay, so I've just started walking down the path here, and already I've found another egret. He's on a really nice perch of a dead tree, and there's a bit of backlight on him, and it's catching some of the leaves behind, so you get this really nice bokeh effect with those out of focus balls of light. So looks really nice. I'm just sort of trying to position myself along the shore here just to maximize the amount of leaves that are behind him. Yeah, it's turning out really nice, so happy with that shot for sure. Alright, I think I've stumbled upon the jackpot. I've been walking these trucks for a little bit and I've just come across this little corner that is just full of bush birds. I've seen yellow-breasted robin, scarlet robin, western spinebill, fairy wren, splendid fairy wren, and I think I saw a rufous whistler as well. So they're all just popping through these trees here, and you can kind of see that the bush is just chaos here, so I'm just trying to make the most of it. I've just seen a yellow robin go on a perch, so I'm going to put you away, see if I can make some photos, and hopefully we can get something nice in all this chaos. Alright, so by now you probably would have seen the robin photos that I've just taken, which, wow, by the way, they got so close. It's just a good lesson basically in standing still, being quiet, and allowing the birds to come close to you when they feel like you're not a threat. Particularly small bush birds like robins and things like that, and fairy wrens, they're actually quite inquisitive. And they're always on the hunt for little bugs and, you know, little caterpillars and things like that. So they're always looking around and they're always hopping around to find little bits of food. So if you just stand still, maybe with a couple of perches in your vision that you wouldn't mind them landing on, chances are that they'll sort of pluck up the courage and come close and land on those perches for you, which is exactly what has just happened for me. So yeah, next time you're out and you see some bush birds, give it a try, and hopefully with a little bit of luck, they'll come right up to you and get some amazing portraits like what I just did. But yeah, even at the moment, they're all just still on the perches right in front of me. I've definitely taken my fill of photos, so I think I might let them be, continue on my morning and head up the road. Alright, so I was just walking back to my car to leave, and just as I was walking along the path, a osprey landed with a fish just in that tree up there. In that dead tree, you can probably just see a little dot in the center there, but the poor thing, as soon as he landed, a bunch of ravens started bombing him and trying to steal the fish, but he's persevered and the ravens have flown off. So yeah, the light is pretty harsh now, so the photos aren't the best. Blue background, nothing too crazy, but still nice for a couple of shots of him tearing some bits of meat off. So yeah, make a few shots and head off along my way. Alrighty. Yeah, haven't really seen too much at this spot, to be honest. The wind's picked up and the light's pretty harsh, so there's not a lot of activity. So I might call it there anyway. Thanks for joining me. I hope you've had a great time watching this video. I've had a fantastic morning. We've seen a bunch of birds, taken a bunch of photos, so what more could you ask for? If you can, please give this video a like. And subscribe to the channel if you're keen to see more videos from me. But yeah, I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one.